Well, there's a warning tonight for anyone looking for love online this Valentine's Day. Romance scams are on the rise, with Aussies swindled out of tens of millions of dollars each year.
Now, entire scam centres have been built overseas, often backed by organised crime syndicates. So what are the red flags to look for? Sam Butler investigates.
On the surface, he seemed like the perfect partner. A high-flying finance executive flaunting his Bondi lifestyle. Little did Tracy Hall know her life was about to unravel.
It's very difficult to comprehend that somebody could pretend to love you for so long, be lying in bed next to you, whilst at the same time plotting to destroy you.
In 2016, she swiped right on a man by the name of Max Tavita.
He told me he was a chief investment officer for a family office, and we embarked on an intimate, in real life relationship. During that time, he presented so much information to me about his work. I saw him tinkering on his Bloomberg monitors. I heard conversations about trades that his back office were executing. I met his CEO.
He soon convinced and coached her to set up a self-managed super fund.
I had been working for 24 years at this point. I had some money in my superannuation, and I invested some of my shares that I had received from working in tech, pretty much all of my life savings.
But it was all an elaborate lie. He'd been leading a double life. Tracy only discovered the truth after watching a Crime Stoppers report.
His face was blurred out, but of course I knew without a shadow of a doubt that it was my boyfriend, Max Tavita. But I soon learned that it wasn't Max Tavita, it was a man by the name of Hamish McLaren. And he had been arrested for swindling 15 Australian victims out of $7.6 million.
McLaren was jailed for 16 years, but he could be released on parole in July.
He stole my life savings. He stole $317,000 from me.
The single mum had to rebuild her life and relearn how to trust.
We all have very human desires to belong, to connect, to love. And that's not a crime. The crime is the weaponisation of that.
Tracy's story is an extreme example, but it's happening more often than you might think. Romance scams were the third most reported scam type in Australia last year. There were more than 3,000 scams reported, victims swindled out of an eye-watering $28 million. That figure up 21% on the previous year. Most of the time, the contact is all online. Aussies aged over 45 are frequently targeted. And while more men than women reported romance scams, it was women who lost more money. Detective Superintendent Marie Anderson heads up the AFP's cybercrime unit in Sydney. She says the majority of criminals preying on lonely hearts are operating from offshore scam centres in Asia.
It is a business, an extremely sophisticated operation backed by organised crime syndicates. It's a very lucrative market. They're making a lot of money out of it, hence the reason why we're seeing this continual attack occur on Australians, because we are a wealthy country and we're vulnerable.
The scammers use what she calls a scattergun approach, casting the net wide, hoping to hook victims within the first 48 hours.
Shortly after that connection has been established, we're seeing a request for money. So there's a crisis in the family, travel plans have gone awry, and they're already starting to ask for money.
It's a playbook. They play on your biases. They, they lure you into this movie and this world that you live in with them. And it's like a spell. There is coercion, there is isolation, there is manipulation, there is deceit. All of those tactics are used to have you believe that this is the right decision to be making.
And advances in AI are making it that much harder to know what's real and what's fake.
Keanu Reeves here. Just wanted to take a moment to tell you how much you mean to me.
Kathy Brennan Coffey was conned by a catfish who claimed to be an engineer in the US Army. He was actually a Nigerian scammer using a stranger's photo. He convinced her to transfer $38,000 to him.
Once he had all my money, he ghosted me. I was left with 31 cents in my bank account. It was soul-destroying.
She now runs an online support group for scam victims.
I call it a scamdemic. It's just rife. There's so many people that I've spoken to that are now homeless because they couldn't pay their rent, they couldn't pay their mortgage, they couldn't pay for food. The scammers don't care who they hurt.
So, what are the red flags to look out for in online dating? The AFP's new awareness campaign, ClickFit, breaks it down for us.
One of the first things that we see is the scammers trying to get you off the online dating platform and into a private chat. The other thing we see is something typically called love bombing. So this is frequent, affectionate text messages, basically spamming you to really get that connection going straight away.
Make sure the person has a digital footprint. Meet friends and family as quickly as possible and really verify the information coming to you. We want to trust, we want to believe, we want to think the best of people. And most people are good people, but it pays in this situation to go a little deeper, ask the hard questions.